Hello, everyone, and welcome to this special report and conversation that we are having with the U.S. Secretary of Agriculture, Secretary Tom Vilsack. He is joining us from Mount Pleasant, Iowa today. And Mr. Secretary, as I look out my window here in Montana, we are receiving much needed moisture in the form of rain and snow and slush. As a producer myself, we always ask our neighbors, how's the weather your way? So how is the weather down in your neck of the woods?
Well, it's rainy. And of course, we've needed the rain. We want to be thankful for the rain. There are many parts of the country that currently don't have enough water resources. And so we're fortunate here in the Midwest that we're continuing to get the kind of rain that is necessary for a good crop. So hopefully farmers will be able to get back in the fields very, very soon.
Mr. Secretary, across the nation, as we watch TV and watch these headlines, so much discussion surrounding the American Families Plan, the $1.8 trillion package proposed by the Biden administration just a few weeks back. As we look at this, what should rural Montanans and rural Americans, farmers, ranchers, and landowners be aware of? And what is your pitch to rural America as we look at this and as the Biden administration works with Congress on this proposal?
Well, Lane, I think you have to recognize the context of the American Families Plan. Even before the pandemic, I think a lot of families, middle-class families, working families, were having a very difficult time making ends meet. The expense of college, the expense of childcare, healthcare insurance, and so forth, made it very hard for people to feel like they were getting ahead. And I think the American Families Plan is designed to do two very important things. First, to provide help and assistance to families so they can, in fact, make it. And then secondly, creating the opportunity for us to have an economy that is competitive and able to meet the challenges of the future. Now, the way we do this in the American Families Plan is by providing families assistance with more affordable health insurance, with more affordable child care, with the opportunity to have paid family medical leave if there's an issue that requires attention in the family, an opportunity to provide nutrition assistance for families that are struggling for their children during the summer months to complement and supplement the school meals that kids get at school. All of that designed to make it a little bit easier for families to make ends meet. On the competitive economy side, it's really about education, about extending the education both on the front end and on the back end. 2 years of early childhood universal quality pre-K being available to individuals and to families, and then 2 years of community college tuition free available to individuals, allowing those individuals either to get the certificate and training and experience that allows them to enter the workforce immediately and make a difference, or maybe make it just a little bit easier for those families to afford the cost of college, of a four-year college program. Tax credits being made available to families, which will reduce their income tax responsibilities, child credit, child care and dependent tax credit, reducing their income tax. So an important consideration for middle and working families. Now, the question is who pays for it? Very simply, the wealthiest of Americans pay for it. And we're simply just asking the wealthiest Americans to pay their fair share, as the rest of America has been doing for quite some time. And the reality is that no one who's making more than $400,000, or people who are making more than $400,000, are those who are going to be paying for this. People that make less than that will not see their taxes increased.
And as you mentioned about looking at that price tag and how the plan is proposing right now to be paid for, farmers and ranchers very concerned. When you look at Ag Twitter, a lot of talk online about how this plan could potentially impact agriculture operations. Now, USDA has made a promise that there will be an exemption of sorts for farmers and ranchers when we looked at the stepped up basis and other items. But when we look at all of this, we hear a lot of folks saying, well, a promise is different than actual legislation and work on Capitol Hill. What is your response to that?
Well, the plan is crafted. The president wanted to make sure that we pay for this plan, that we're not adding it to the deficit. And I think farmers and ranchers and people in rural America will appreciate that. As far as the stepped up basis is concerned, here are a couple of things that farmers and ranchers need to know. This will be in the plan. This will be in the legislation. First of all, if you are a farm family and the mom and dad pass away and pass the farm on to their children, and their children continue to own the farm and operate the farm, then there is no impact of stepped up basis. There's no capital gains that needs to be collected at that point in time. It's just business as usual. If the children decide to sell the farm, then the stepped up basis does get triggered. However, there is a $1 million per person exemption, which means that you would have, for a couple, would have to have more than $2 million of gain before you would have any tax responsibility or liability. We've calculated between those two issues of being able to operate the farm without having any tax implication and the $1 million per person exemption, that 98.5% of farms and ranches in this country will not be impacted or affected by this at all. Again, it is the wealthiest of Americans who are being asked to pay their fair share to be able to provide help and assistance to middle class and working families.
Now, another issue that farmers and ranchers are concerned about is the Biden administration's work on the 30 by 30 proposal. And a lot of folks in the countryside are calling it a federal land grab. What is USDA's response to this, and what work do you believe needs to be done to reach out to farmers and ranchers from the administration's proposal itself?
Well, first of all, the 30 by 30 plan was actually formed based on outreach to farmers and ranchers. There was a significant amount of activity prior to the issuance of the report, asking farmers and ranchers what they would want to have in the plan. I think what's important for people to recognize is the principles, the foundation upon which this plan is built. Number one, voluntary conservation, which is what we're already doing. It's just a matter of trying to do more and making sure that we give credit to those that are engaged in voluntary conservation. Two, respecting private property rights. This is not about a land grab. This is about basically working with farmers to create incentives and resources that will encourage them to do what they are already doing, which is to be stewards of land and water. Three, not top down, but bottom up. These are locally driven conservation efforts. This is not Washington, D.C. dictating what needs to be done. It's folks in Montana deciding what they want to be done. So when you read things like the CRP and EQIP and CSP and making sure that we continue to expand and measure and track the work that's being done on private working lands, then you realize that those who are expressing concerns about this really don't have a basis for doing so.
Finally, my last area, of course, we are receiving moisture right now, but wildfires are a top concern for residents across the West, these severe drought conditions that we continue to see in our U.S. drought monitors. What are some of the work that USDA and the Forest Service will be addressing here, including the input and work from farmers and ranchers who are federal lands grazers playing a role in that management?
Well, here's the reality. We've got a lot of hazardous fuel buildup that needs to be removed from our forests in a way that would reduce the risk of these catastrophic wildfires. Fires are going to happen. There's no question about that. And the question is whether we can contain them and make sure that they don't jeopardize property and more importantly, life. To do that requires resources. And the president's budget submitted to Congress recently contained a significant increase in the amount of resources for forest management. So we should be able to begin picking up the pace of this effort in our forests to make them more resilient, to reduce the risk. But 1 year of funding isn't going to do it. It's going to require multiple years of funding, a decade, if you will, of funding. That's why the American Jobs Plan, which complements the American Families Plan, is important because it contains resiliency investments that will allow us to do a long-term commitment of forest restoration. So first and foremost, that's key. Secondly, pre-positioning assets, making sure that we have the personnel, the equipment in place where we think the risk is highest so we can respond as quickly as possible. And that's being done right now. Over 15,000 firefighters. Now we're figuring out where to station those folks. Air tankers, 35 air tankers, hundreds of engines, lots of dirt moving equipment being pre-positioned in communities across the country so we can better prepare. And then finally, making sure that we have strong partnerships with the state and local firefighting communities so that we can leverage our resources, coordinate our efforts to make sure we can respond as quickly as possible to a fire.
And I said that was my last question, but just one more area, Mr. Secretary. We're seeing issues, of course, with exports in terms of having containers available to ship product overseas. We're seeing a shortage of net wrap and baling twine. What are some of the tools or resources producers can find through USDA, or maybe some of the initiatives the department will work on in helping producers get this next harvest taken care of in a timely manner?
Well, we're obviously concerned about the container import issue and express those concerns to the Department of Transportation. Secretary Buttigieg is very much aware of this. We actually had a conversation earlier this week about this very topic. And we both have approached the U.S. Maritime Commission that has the capacity and the tools to basically put pressure on the shippers to begin readjusting the way in which they are currently handling cargo. We want to make sure that our agricultural products get to market. We want to make sure that we have access to whatever we need for that harvest. So we're going to continue to focus on the levers that have jurisdiction of this issue. In the meantime, it's important for us to obviously focus on exports, in which we are. I've been speaking to a number of ag ministers around the world, making sure that we continue to focus on exports. We're projecting a record year of exports, and we've already seen some pretty significant sales. My concern, frankly, is that we put a lot of our eggs, if you will, in the China basket. And I think we need to make sure that we are diversified in our efforts on exports so that we're not overly dependent on a single market.
Well, again, China, a big topic in the countryside, with corn prices continuing to rise as those shipments go to China as they stock up on those reserves. Secretary Vilsack, I will let you get back to your day, but any last comments or thoughts you'd like to share with Montana's farmers and ranchers today?
Well, President Biden understands the importance and significance of and the challenges that farmers and ranchers face, and I think he's going to continue to work through the Department of Agriculture to find new, more, and better market opportunities, and that's part of our goal. One of the issues that we didn't talk about today is the need for open and transparent markets. I know those in the cattle industry are very concerned about this. We are as well. And I think over the course of the next several months, you're going to see the Department of Agriculture being aggressive in this space, looking for ways in which we can create more openness, more transparency, and maybe even more competition for that rancher product. So hopefully that will make a difference in the long run.
Speaking of that, any updates from the Department of Justice as we look at that investigation into the possible market manipulation?
Well, no updates specifically about that investigation, but I have had an opportunity to visit with the Attorney General Garland and making sure that he understands the importance of this issue of antitrust, making sure that as the Department of Justice looks at remedies in cases that they bring, that they're very creative, understanding and appreciating the impact on producers and consumers. We need to work and will work with them, but we also have resources within the USDA that we're looking at stronger enforcement, greater price discovery, and again, looking ways in which we might be able to help existing processing capacity, particularly small and mid-sized processing facilities, get through this very difficult pandemic period, but also potentially growing additional processing facilities throughout the country. So we're going to be very focused on this over the course of the next few months.
Well, again, thank you so much to Secretary of Agriculture Tom Vilsack for discussing many of these important issues that are on the tops of Montana farmers, ranchers, and rural citizens. Thank you so much for your time here today, Mr. Secretary.
Thank you.